this series of videos on Surds is going to be everything from a basic introduction, assuming you have no knowledge on the topic, all the way through to being able to answer the exam questions. So we'll start off right at the start. A surd is any number, so any number with a square root over the top of it. So we know what the relationship here is. The square root of 4 is going to be 2, and then to get it back we go 2 squared is equal to 4, and that's the relationship that exists. We can do the same thing with 36. We can square root that and it becomes 6, and to get it back again we go 6 squared is going to be 36. So you can put any number, if you have a calculator you can take any number, put a square root over the top, and depending on the number it'll either give you an integer like this or it'll give you some decimal. So what are these useful for? Well, let's say we have the root of 45 plus the root of 20. Well, you can put both of these in your calculator, and depending on the calculator you have, you'll either get some decimal or you'll get something that looks like this, 5 root 5. And what I'm going to try and do in this video is explain how we get there, because it's not really intuitive looking at that how we got there. So I'm going to try and explain in this video how we do that. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to break up this root 45 into two parts. I'm going to say that the root of 45 is the same as the root of 9 times by 5. It's very important here that one of these numbers is a square number. So like 4 is a square number, 36 is a square number, 9 is a square number. And you'll see why that is in a minute. But we'll do the same for root 20 as well. So we'll say that root 20 is the root of 4, which is our square number, times by 5. And what we can do then is we can break up this surd here. We can break that up, so we can say that this is exactly the same as the root of 9 times by the root of 5. So this in purple here is equivalent to this root 45. We've just taken it down in steps like that. And we can do the same thing for this here on the other side. This root 20 will become the root of 4 times 5, which is the same as the root of 4 times by the root of 5. And then what can we do with it? Well, we know what the root of 9 is, hopefully. We know what the root of 4 is, hopefully. So what we can do there is we can say that that is equal to 3 amounts of root 5 plus 2 amounts of root 5, which will give us our answer from over here, 5 amounts of root 5. You can add them together exactly the same as if this was 3x plus 2x would be 5x. So that's a little introduction. This, I mean, if you got this in a decimal form, if you did that in a decimal form, then maybe you got it to 8 or 9 decimal places, and you'll say, well, that's very accurate, why do I need to do this? Well, this just gives it to you in an exact form, the same as saying that pi is more accurate than 3.1415, blah blah blah, whatever it goes on to. So we're just trying to get it in exact form, and that's why surds are useful. And in later videos I'll go on to show you what else they might ask you in the exams and how to solve those problems. So see you in the next one.